This video will show you how to add multi-factored SSH and SFTP access to your cloud and on-premise servers via mamori. The prerequisites to do this are your mamori server has to have access to the target server, and 2, you have to have users defined in mamori. Adding an SSH login is a simple 4-step process. First, you add a private server key to the mamori server key vault. Then you create the server login. Then you grant that login to a user or role. Finally, any user that wants to SSH needs to have a public key defined in their account. Let's have a look at the configuration. Before we can add a login, we need to add an SSH key to the vault. We're going to go to the mamori server keys section and add an SSH key. With this key, now we can go and create our login. A root login to the server has now been created. You can create additional logins under different login names to the same server with the same or different SSH key. Now, to grant access to the server, we're going to go to Mamori's server access matrix. As you can see, here's the new login that we created, and no user has access to it. I'm going to grant SSH and SFTP access to the user directly. If this was granted via a role, then you would see the role name here. I'm going to click on this user, and I can see that this user already has a public key assigned to it. Let's have a look at an actual SSH connection. I have here a terminal SSHing to the alias I gave my SSH login at my mamori server. Mamori will identify my user via the public SSH key that I defined for my account. Now we have a multi-factored SSH connection. If I wanted to play back this session, I would go back to mamori, go to my logs, connection log, click on my protocol, SSH. I would see that I have here my OMAR connection, and I will click play. And you'll see everything that I typed in to that terminal is now played back to me. This concludes the SSH login configuration video. For more information or videos about configuring your mamori server, please visit our YouTube channel or mamori.io.